Title: The Final Cut. In the heart of a forgotten town, nestled between decaying brick buildings and overgrown weeds, stood a once popular cinema known as the Lyric Theater. Its marquee, faded and chipped, still flickered erratically, casting an eerie glow onto the cracked pavement. The townspeople had long since abandoned it, the tales of its ghostly legacy haunting whispered conversations in the dim light of the local diner. But for 17-year-old Sam, this was more than just a dilapidated building, it was a treasure trove of forgotten dreams. For years, Sam had heard rumors of a lost film locked away in the theater's basement. The Spawning, it was called, a horror film so disturbing that it was never released. Some claimed that anyone who watched it would be cursed, never escaping the grips of terror. It was rumored to showcase footage of real-life horrors, unsettling enough to make even the bravest souls tremble. But that only piqued Sam's curiosity further. He was a film buff, passionate about horror, the scarier, the better. One rainy afternoon, after the last bell had rung, Sam decided to venture into the Lyric Theater. Armed with only a flashlight and layers of courage, he slipped through the rotting entrance doors. Inside, darkness enveloped him like a thick fog, the air heavy with the musty scent of decay. The once grand lobby was swallowed by dust and gloom, posters of ancient films peeling away as shadows danced along the walls. Just as he was about to turn back, Sam spotted a flickering light seeping from a door marked, "Staff Only." His heart raced with excitement and fear as he creaked the door open. The narrow staircase spiraled down into darkness, each step groaning beneath his weight. As Sam descended, he felt a chill crawl up his spine, the air growing colder and more oppressive with every step. At the bottom, the basement opened into a vast room filled with old film reels and rusty equipment. In the far corner, a single screen sat, dust covering it like a shroud. The dim light he had seen earlier pulsed from a machine next to the screen, a projector. Sam approached it, his curiosity overriding his common sense. There it was, a canister labeled, "The Spawning," resting beside the projector, the letters shimmering beneath the dust. Without a second thought, he set the film in motion. The projector whirred to life, flickering against the screen. At first, the images were grainy, the sound of waves crashing, eerie laughter echoing. Then, as the footage progressed, reality twisted. Scenes of grotesque figures emerged, shadowy monsters with sharp teeth, blood-stained landscapes, and people screaming in horror. The deeper Sam delved into the film, the more he felt an inexplicable connection to the haunting imagery. But soon, sweat trickled down his back, and a nagging doubt seized him. The air thickened, and shadows in the room seemed to undulate in time with the flickering images. Was it just his imagination, or did he hear whispers of desperation? Feeling an urgent need to stop it, Sam rushed to the projector, but before he could reach it, the ground shook beneath him. A piercing scream reverberated through the basement, freezing him in his tracks. From the screen, a figure stepped out, a specter clad in tattered clothes, its face twisted in horror, dripping with despair. It was one of the stars of The Spawning, forever trapped in this looping nightmare. "You shouldn't have watched," it wailed, its voice echoing through the air. Sam stumbled backward, heart racing as the ghostly figure lunged toward him, a manifestation of the film's darkest moments. The screen flashed violently, and Sam felt a suffocating pull, as if the room itself was trying to ensnare him in the chaos. He glanced back at the projector, a whirlwind of images flooding his mind, faces he recognized from missing person reports scattered throughout his town. The repercussions of The Spawning were more than just stories, they were a gruesome reality. Realizing he must escape, Sam turned and sprinted up the stairs, breathless, the specter's wails echoing behind him. The walls felt alive, reaching out, but he pushed harder, adrenaline surging through him. Finally, he burst through the cinema's doors, gasping for fresh air. He turned one last time, the building now looming ominously behind him, its form shrouded in swirling mist. Schoolmates had gathered, concerned about his sudden appearance from the haunted structure. Sam staggered to them, trying to speak, to warn them, but they didn't see the terror in his eyes. They only saw a name on the missing poster he had been chasing. As Sam walked away from the Lyric Theater, he caught a glimpse of the flickering marquee one last time. It read, "The Spawning. Show starts at midnight." But the theater had not shown a film in decades. What he had watched was just the beginning, a curse never meant to be unveiled. And the whispers grew louder, reaching out to anyone who dared to step through those doors again, waiting for the next soul to embrace the darkness of the unaired horrors within.